use your head, it works better.
Work on them, Brandon.
Get Alex for me. The other Alex. Alex, read Alex. We have radios for this. On? Well, my girlfriend Crystal just,
Left. That's how the show is. Okay, apparently this one's already lit up. Use that one. It's just on. Just on. Okay. See, look, you're already laughing. Just at me, not with me.
Only your face, Brennan.
It's okay. Dan, you want to keep working security for the room? Okay. So, right, story time. I have this cat. He is 30 pounds of hatred incarnate. And if any of you own cats, you know that cats don't normally get to be 30 pounds. And he's not that fat either. He's got a little bit of pudge, yeah, but he's a big cat. The reason I say he's hatred incarnate is because he knows things. I'll give you an example. There was a time, a few months ago, I had just gotten out of a relationship. And my ex shows up at my friend's house. And this is where my cat lives with my friend, you know, for now. But he goes and sits on her bag. Out of the blue. She sits on her bag, he walks over and goes, "This is mine." And, you know, typical cat behavior. But, about 30 minutes later, I come out of the kitchen and see him sitting there, and see her standing right next to him, giving him this little bit of blood dripping from her finger. What turns out happened, and I saw happen again, was my cat. Sorry, hey, Mike. Was my cat. Every time she would get close to her bag, would just. No, I'm fine. I'm happy. Ah! And it eventually got to this point where he got his entire front paw into her arm and she couldn't move it. Second claw into her arm, couldn't move it. And now cats do this funny thing. They like to grab with their front claws, put their back claws up, and just start kicking. I've noticed that it's very good at getting rid of skin, muscle, bone. You know, I'm pretty sure Wolverine would have a hard time with my cat. But this is how my ex-girlfriend earned her nickname, Stumpy. Yeah, good story, bro. Okay. So, again, I'm not very good at this, and I'm just going to waste these past 10 minutes waiting for people to come in, and these last minute and a half of my one joke. That's right, I have one joke about my cat, Stumpy. So I would like to introduce my next comedian, who is Lady Celesta, and the only thing bigger than his ego is his nose. So give it up.
All right, I'm going to say now. You're gonna want to close the doors because shit's about to go down. I know, probably, like a 12-year-old probably just heard me. I'm going to get a complaint later. The reason why Brandon's scared of mics is because they remind him too much of my dick. You know what I love about Brandon? Easiest act to follow. All right, so who's been enjoying Furidaho? It's good to hear that. So, who likes comedy? Anybody? No! You know what I like more than comedy? I like tragedy. Tragedy is way better than comedy. Number one reason is because of this. The only difference between tragedy and comedy is whether or not it's happening to you. And by you, I mean that guy. How's the cancer treating you?
You know what? It's cancer of the funny bone, so it works out.
Anyhow, what's beautiful about tragedy is when it's happening to you, you're just bawling your eyes out, you're rolling around on the fucking ground, drowning in a puddle of your own mucus. But when you get to watch it, it's excellent. You're sitting there with a bag of Skittles chowing down like a fucking rat going, oh yes, feed me your sadness. It fuels the beast inside me. Can we not step out of our literal selves for one moment out of our day to fetch a tissue for whatever pussy drama queen is crying at the time? No, we can't. Number one reason, it's too funny. Number two reason, this one's actually more important to me. I bought the fucking tissues. So, what's up? Brandon wants his drink. One moment. Put a little bit of English on that. All right, so this is actually the Fine Ingredients first con as guests. It's been really, really great. You see, we got a shark too.
Woo! Shark!
Shark! Shark! Shark! Shark! Shark! Shark! Shark! That's enough of that.
What is a shark battle?
Maybe.
Maybe.
Shark battle.
Shark battle.
Only staying in your seats for the duration of this comedy album can you find out about the shark battle.
That's right now, it's a hostage situation.
It is a hostage situation. You're not allowed to leave. I'm having Mario guard the doors all night.
And he really does very nice.
Ladies and gentlemen, the only black man in Idaho. Give him a hand. So it was a couple nights before the con. My little brother over there, Anar, he was having some issues. It was the nerves. We were nervous about appearing before people and doing our first stand-up routines. He has some knots in his back, and my producer, good old BC over there, decides to give him a back rub. Takes him into the other room. I decide to stick behind and work on my comedy routine. Making notes, write my script. Unfortunately, because of this, I was completely involved in my own situation, so when I heard from the other room, relax, you just need to relax, I'll take care of everything. I decided to investigate. Lo and behold, I open up Brandon's bedroom door to discover a half-naked, oiled-up Anar. BC, holding him forcibly down, pressing his chest against his back, whispering sweet nothingness into his ear. You're gonna be so funny. Just wait until I'm done with you. So I did the only thing a reasonable guy like me could do in that situation. I stripped down to my underoos, started rubbing ice on my nipples, and ate a banana slowly. This isn't helping the rumors. Ladies and gentlemen, the first fuck of the night. Alright, I just gotta say something about drinks. A drink is a comedian's best friend. Not necessarily that this is, oh, by the way, this is definitely just squirt.
There's no blood.
A drink's a comedian's best friend because we don't need to write transitions. All we need to do is sip from that bottle and we'll have an excuse to talk about a completely different subject. On the subject, who in the room thinks I'm at least mildly or reasonably attractive? Raise your hand.
Yeah!
Put your fucking hands down. What the hell is wrong with you? It's not that I'm an ugly guy. Maybe it's just because I know myself and I know all of my flaws, but who here would like to be the lucky girlfriend of an erotic, self-obsessive, self-loathing, fried chicken addicted, laden with addictions, by the way, idiot? I'm gonna be honest, I'm kind of an idiot. Okay, seriously, put your hand down. No, honestly though, I am a serial monogamist, but I I do struggle with some issues. I don't want this to leave this room tonight, so, you know, swear to secrecy on this. But I think I'm a weird lesbian. Lesbo by night. Because every once in a while, I like to put on a pair of hiking boots, as you can see, wear a flannel shirt, and if I see a nice young lady walking down the street, I go, oh, I want to scissor the fuck out of her. It's 2012, the president's black. Okay, things have changed, don't judge me. On the subject of judgment, I am a brony. Can I get a whoop whoop for the bronies? That was a terrible whoop whoop. Can I get another whoop whoop? Better. And I like the woof, by the way, thank you. But the great thing about being a brony is two things. One, it makes life wonderful. The other thing, it makes life terrible. Because you get to enjoy the magic of friendship. Amazing. I'm 21, I can buy my own alcohol and enjoy the magic of friendship. The other problem is it makes me look like a pedophile. Which, by the way, I'm not a pedophile. All the time.
What happens in Vegas?
No, but I am a family man. I'm actually a straight up guy. Don't really have a lot of problems. Where I draw a lot of my humor is from my family. I live at home with my mom, something I'm sure a lot of you are familiar with. Including Hannah. Screw you guys. No, but I do have an 8-year-old little brother. He's adorable. Can I get a whoop whoop? Whoop 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 whoop. Are you really gonna whoop whoop every time I ask you to?
Yes.
Oh, but I noticed something really terrifying the other day when I was hanging out at my house, reading The Mighty Thor, as I am privy to do. That my little I turned my mic off. My little 8-year-old brother is a hipster. They're getting younger and younger. Woo! Kid walks up to me. I'm reading Thor, and he tells me, "Hey, Leif, guess what?" I go, "What, Dad?" Cartoon Network steals my ideas. What do you mean? You know that show Ben 10? The one with the alien watch turns kids into monsters? Yeah. That was my idea. My knee-jerk reaction, as a hipster by night, as well as a lesbo by night, I do have my problems, was Digimon did it first. But I go, Pat, that show premiered in 2005. You couldn't have been more than 2 years old at the time. What makes you think they stole your idea? And he told me, he looked right in my eyes with his huge head and told me, I've been coming up with ideas since before I was cool. So I say, human interaction. Gotta get this kid outside. Gotta make him see other people. I call up his friend's house. He gets ready to go, puts on his little Argyle sweater vest and his glasses that he doesn't need. Little beanie cap that's too small for his head, which isn't hard to achieve. Huge head. And he rides off on his friend's fixed gear tricycle to a Starbucks. And Starbucks is so mainstream, what the fuck? Anyhow, I've been struggling with a long list of addictions lately. I'm into my caffeine, I'm into my nicotine. But my number one addiction, worst thing that plagues my life, cell phone video games. Particularly Angry Birds on the toilet. Seriously though, nothing helps you pinch a log better than missing that goddamn pig. So, I'd just like to wrap up with one little announcement. Fun Young Deviants, we're going to be holding events all weekend. Our number one event, it's not in the schedule, we have a Kool-Aid drinking contest coming up on Sunday night after closing ceremonies. Oh, turn around. Put it near the Kool-Aid. Now, I'd like to introduce to you a comedian that thoroughly loves watching me play Angry Birds, Einar Celesta.
Hello, everybody. How are you doing? Everybody doing good. Doing good. Well, I'd just like to thank you all for coming out here. This is very, very cool. I just want to start out with a little story about how I went to an open mic night, and when I came out, this guy was like, wow, I really love the bit, dude. Like, I can feel where it comes from. I can feel the loneliness where it comes from. You keep that loneliness forever! And you're like, whoa. I just stepped over here and I'm like, yeah, I'm not that lonely. I have my cat. She's a slut. I have to lock myself in my room every night. I open the door and she's like spread out like, wow, wow. And I'm like, no, I won't fuck you. I will not fuck you. I sit there with a cross. I sleep next to my door, just praying for the morning to come. But cats are interesting creatures. Because, have you ever watched them like stare out of the window? Just sat and watched them, you know, staring at their cold, dead eyes, like, and then you close the blinds just to see what happens, and they give you that look like you're so fucking dead to me. Do you know what's out there? I don't. I'm not allowed out there. Obviously, you know I'm not allowed out there, because if you didn't, I would rip open your scrotum and get the hell out of this piss hole. But me and my cat have a mutual understanding of each other.